Hey there, it's Just Reviews, in which I pick a random object in my home, I review it, and then I look through the Amazon reviews to see how my experience compares to everyone else's. I come to you from the floor of my kitchen today to talk about this robo vacuum mop, the Narwal Freo. If you're not familiar with the concept of a robo vacuum mop, it's like a Roomba, except it also has a mop function. So this guy has two containers of water in it. With has it has a clean water and a dirty water. Basically, what you do to mop is you fill up the clean water, and the mop will go around Roomba style your home, come back here. It will clean its little mop pads, which goes into the dirty water. When it's all done, you empty the dirty water. It's actually pretty easy. Um, I feel like I feel like for context, I have to begin with how I ended up with this thing because I did not buy this new. I actually had this given to me by someone who didn't want it, and it is like an original model. So this is not a new Narwhal Frio, which I will be looking at the reviews for the Narwhal Frio because I think if anything, it's probably better than this one. And the Amazon page for this one, I don't think exists anymore because they don't sell this model anymore. So my experience with it was I took it home and I tried to turn it on, it didn't work. This little vacuum part of it had a dead battery, so I had to order a new battery. I voided the warranty by just replacing the battery in here. I just bought a random battery off eBay, and that actually did solve the problem. And then it charged, and it was able to go forth and do its job. Due to the fact that it is also so old, I am not able to use the app that it connects to map my home. So the way I control this is by basically clicking this thing. I'm going to turn it on now, actually, and I will show you how it works. I have to click that. I have to pull out the little vacuum bit. I have to turn him on. Um, it's going to take me a minute, I'm sure, to get that going. But anyway, once I get that going, they can finally connect and he can go off and vacuum my home. Oh, it's making its little wake up noise. Hello. All right, so it's telling me it can get going, and the way I deploy it is by hitting a button up here. It's got a nice little touchpad. Oh, I think it's gonna go. Off it goes. Right, it's immediately gonna run into stuff now. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's pause this recording and get out of the way so it can get going. All right, field trip over. So my thoughts about this mop vacuum are going to have to be taken in context of everything I just said. Cannot use the app, had to replace a battery, and yeah, all of that said, I love it. It is so nice to not have to mop my floors myself. I love clean floors. I'm a clean floor obsessive, and the mopping functionality for me is amazing because I hate mopping. I just hate it. I hate doing it. And so having something that can do that for me and does a pretty good job, to be honest, probably better than I would do, is the game changer. The vacuum function, on the other hand, I think is a little bit leaves a little bit to be desired. But it's fine. Like it's okay. I would say I use the mop function a whole lot more. I will say you do have to change the base of the machine out, so it's got a little vacuum part that comes right out. It's really easy to switch it out for the mop pads. It's not a problem at all. But you do have to be aware that you can't have it go straight from vacuuming into mopping without a little bit of human intervention. It does occasionally get stuck on things. It One frustration is that although like you hypothetically could map your home if you had the app, because I can't tell it like don't go on this rug. And so before I mop, I have to pick up everything off the floor and roll up the rugs because it will try to go on the rugs to mop them too. And then it will cause all sorts of problems. But the navigation on it is actually really excellent. I know someone who has a robot vacuum that I don't even know how the thing decides where to go or how it completes its tasks because like it just goes off in entirely random directions, makes crazy circles around the house that seem to have no rhyme nor reason to them. This robot vacuum, it's very, very careful. So it will go like around the edge of the room and then it will go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth around the room itself. So it's very, I feel like it's really good at what it does. The navigation hardware seems to work really well. And so for that reason, I would say even with all the problems I've had trying to rehabilitate this like broken down vacuum mop and then not even being able to use an app to control it, even with all of that, like I would happily give it like 4 stars. And because my experience is probably worse than people who do have access to those features, I'm gonna guess that the Amazon rankings are like 4.5 stars. So let's go take a look. All right, I have pulled up the Amazon page for the new version of the Narwhal. Again, I have the ancient original model, and it looks like the stars are about what I would have guessed, which is like 4.4. Also, like the list price on this is $700, which is insane. So I would say that like 360 feels like a fairly reasonable deal for it. And this, I am looking at this around Black Friday, so it is a Black Friday deal. I don't know that it's that price all the time. People are saying that the build quality is good, the suction is good. The app is intuitive and user friendly. Can't speak to that. Um, People are saying their floors are noticeably cleaner. People find it to be quiet. Even the model I have is very quiet for a robot vacuum mop. It is the most noise it makes is when it like runs into things randomly. But it is a quiet machine, and I do really like that. Um, the navigation is impressive. I think that is true. Customer service is bad. Yes, the customer service is bad. I do want to shout that out because I did try to contact the customer service for help when I inherited this machine with a dead battery, and they're like, "You could buy a new one." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fair." And I mean, honestly, I don't really fault them for that because it is a very old vacuum that they probably don't feel the need to support. But it sounds like this person had issues with a brand new product, and that's not good to hear that they didn't get treated well. Um, People don't find it that it works well on carpets. The vacuum really does not work that well on rugs in my house. And to be honest, I try and pick up the rugs to just avoid the issue entirely. Like it gets stuck on rugs, it gets stuck under the couch. Like I just don't like it going there. So if you're looking for something that's going to do really well on carpet, I don't know that this is your bot. Um, let's see what people had to say about problems. Customer service bad, yes. I haven't been able to set up any schedules, so I don't really know. That's through the app only. Like I said, I just have to push a physical button and then it works okay. So I don't know that the schedules don't work or anything about that. Customer service is horrible. We have another note on that. Maybe just be aware that it might not be top notch. Customer service, 30-day warranty is not very long. So it sounds like this person had some issues and um and they haven't been able to get them resolved. That's too bad. Um, mm, this person seems to have a lot of issues and uh they sound like they haven't gotten much help either. All right, so people have had definitely plenty of problems with this. I will say I think that that's pretty typical. I look at a lot of reviews. My husband calls it reading the tea leaves. I flatter myself that I'm pretty good at reading the tea leaves. And I feel like for anything that is in this price range, that is a physical object that relies on software, you're going to have bugs. And there are going to be a loud contingent of people who run into problems, and they are real problems. And so it's more important, I think, to look for them being able to get help than for no problems occurring. And the thing that concerns me here isn't that problems have occurred, but that people seem to be having trouble getting help resolving those problems. So it's like a yellow flag. It's not a don't buy red flag for me. Like I said, I've been able to diagnose problems I've had on my own. I ripped the battery out of the thing. Hopefully no one has to do that. But um I can understand why people would be frustrated if there's like real functional problems here. But overall, it does seem to me that people are finding things to be working pretty well. Again, my experience with the narwhal is colored heavily by the fact that I don't have a new model and I can't use an app, and yeah, all of that kind of colors the context of my review. But I will say I enjoy my haphazard, broken down old version of the narwhal. And if you're considering a robot vacuum mop, I don't know that I can say that it's better or worse than other ones because it's the only one I've ever used. But I had a pretty positive experience of it, and it seems like there's generally a lot of positive sentiment towards this out there as well. So, yeah, if you need to know how to repair your ancient narwhal unit, just let me know in the comments.